Let's do it. Welcome to our product update. We're going to do it a little bit differently. We've done a blog post so far every quarter, but we're also going to do a webinar, video recording, podcast. I don't know what you want to call it, but yeah, we're going to do this. So we've got not one, but two. We've got both of our product leads here who are going to talk about what we've delivered and what we've got coming up. So first of all, I will hand over to Ed, who will talk about what we've delivered in Q3.
Cool. Yeah, so we've delivered search for customers. This is actually available. I mean, the screenshot here is just for the UI, but this is there are actually multiple endpoints that we created. So this can be used via the API as well. But essentially, we've done our first iteration of search. So like we've got thousands and thousands of individual customers, bank accounts, payments going through the system. So we need a way of finding these. This is especially important for operations teams syncing with our ops teams for any kind of manual processes or looking at exception cases. So our first iteration of search is that you can search for legal persons or customers, bank accounts and payments. So for customers, you can use the name of the customer. For bank accounts, you can use the 8-digit bank account number. And for payments, you can use the unique scheme ID, like the Faster Payments ID or FPID, or like a payment reference, like such as lunch. And I guess the key points here, or maybe just some hygiene, is that this has been locked. The customers who use search, it's locked down to their organization, which is very sensible, and it's also locked down to the role. So, for example, like a team admin in an organization can't just look for a pay like a customer record or something and it'll show up. So it's got some stuff as well for security purposes. And finally, thing to note here is that this is just our first iteration, so it's very basic, what we have today, but solves kind of like a core problem that our customers have in finding these records. And over the coming months, we'll start to look to improve it. So using different search terms for the existing searchable entities that we have. So things like names for bank accounts, email addresses for customers, other unique identifiers for payments. We might also look at how we might combine parameters. So like searching for a name plus a date would be useful for looking for applications. Yeah, I think we kind of dog food a lot of our own features, especially from an operational standpoint. So I think we've got a pretty good view on what the next iteration of search needs to be. One thing that we're still looking at, which we use already internally, is users within an organization. But that's a use case probably for much larger organizations. So we'll see what kind of customers we bring on in the next couple of months to see if that's actually a valid use case, but it is something that we could also roll out. Yeah, onboarding lifecycle stages. So our like legal persons go through a variety of different phases in the life cycle. So what we've done here is just made some statuses, additional statuses, and made them available to customers so they can kind of track this. Again, this is like still early, and they'll get more fine grained. But at the moment, we've got 5 key stages. We've got onboarding. So that's once someone has been submitted through the onboarding process, it just means that we're processing the application. We've got onboarded, which basically means they've been accepted. Then we have another status called verified, and this is essentially what a legal person will go through, which means that they're verified as an individual or an entity in our system, but they can't actually be associated to a bank account. Some of our customers like just try to verify payees, for example, but they don't go through like a full onboarding process that you would need to be the owner of a bank account example. So that's what verified is. Onboarding declined, sad face. That basically means we can't work with that customer. And then restricted is essentially a status where we've got a customer who's been onboarded, but for whatever reason, we have put the account under we've put the customer under a restricted status. It's very important to know that this is a temporary status. So like long term, they could actually move into a different status again, like onboarded and participate in certain banking activity. But for now they can't. I think I'm just calling that out because that status doesn't mean they've been offboarded. It doesn't mean they can never be a part of Griffin again. It's just a temporary status because there's some kind of reason that we have to pause the activity with that customer.
Awesome. Very important things. And then if we move on to the roadmap, always risky showing a roadmap. No promises. This is our best guess, but I'll hand over to Howard.
Thanks, Mo. On the banking payment side of things, I can talk about what we're working on at the moment. So we're very confident that it's going to be released. What we are definitely less confident always is exactly when and exactly what the rollout will look like. Really excited to talk about two new payment schemes. So for those of you working with Griffin already, you'll know we offer faster payments, the UK's real-time payments scheme, and we also offer book transfers for payments between accounts on the Griffin platform. We are about to go live, or in fact have just gone live really, at time of recording, with inbound CHAPS payments. So CHAPS is, I'm sure most of our very well-educated audience know, is the UK's high-value payment scheme. So CHAPS has no limit to the value of a payment. It settles instantly, and it isn't subject to the £1 million limitation that faster payments has. We now process inbound CHAPS payments, both originating from the UK and overseas, and we'll be looking to offer outbound CHAPS payments at some point in the future. The second scheme we've been working on is BACS. Very, very different end of the spectrum to CHAPS, whereas CHAPS is very high value and sort of expensive individual payments. BACS is all about bulk payments used for subscriptions, salaries in the case of direct credits. And we're looking to roll out inbound credits, so receiving credits from, for example, if you've got customers that want to receive salary payments, that can typically be done via inbound credit, or if you're receiving transactions from certain kind of financial institutions, custodians, wealth providers, some of them use direct credits for that. And then we're also looking to facilitate the payment of direct debits. So again, paying those subscription services, whether that's for something like Netflix or a gym subscription or a mobile phone. Fun story as part of the development of this, we took our sort code live with BACS payments a little bit early, and we had some unexpected transactions come in before we'd even advertised that we're offering BACS. So there's really clear demand for direct debits already. Some people are trying to pay their phone bill through us, even though we haven't told them that that's possible. But hopefully early next year, we'll be live with direct debits. We're aiming to be live with direct credits a little bit sooner towards the end of this year.
Wicked. I can't believe that's already seeing transactions when it's not even advertised. Awesome. That'll be wicked when that is live, hopefully. So yeah, that is a summary of Q3 and what we've got coming up Q4 and beyond this year. If you want to stay in touch, join our community. We've got a Slack community at that URL, griffin-community.slack.com. We have a free sandbox. You don't need to sign an NDA. You don't need to put in any credit card details. You can go and experiment. I'm vibe coding with our sandbox. You can follow that journey if you want. And of course, we have our documentation as well, docs.griffin.com. So thank you, Ed. Thank you, Howard. And stay in touch, people.